Hi, I'm Noah Bombard, and here's what's happening in the ET Newsroom Monday, March 17th. Well, if you live in a congested residential area, it's one of your worst nightmares. That car that comes flying down the street that you're always afraid is going to crash into your house. It happened this last weekend on Oak Street in Methuen. We have a story up online right now of a family who saw this pickup truck basically came through their house, crashed into a car, crashed into the house. The gentleman who owned the house came running out, and the pickup truck actually almost ran over him, speeding off. Now, the guy they still haven't caught, the driver of the vehicle who sped off. Now, residents in the street are saying this has been a serious problem on the street for a while, vehicles going too fast, and they're asking the city to do something about it. Now, the city has said, the mayor actually, Mayor Manzi has said that they will step up some patrols or some enforcement on there. What does that mean? Initially, a lot of times that means those big signs you see where it tells you what speed you're going. Now, some of the commenters on our site today actually said those signs don't work. A lot of times people actually speed up to see how high they can get the number up to. Another option is putting increased signage on the road, letting people know it's a congested area, maybe that there's children at play. Again, do people pay attention to those signs? People on the story today are commenting. We invite you to read the story online as well as leave your comments. Now, the owner of that house says they estimate that probably about $50,000 worth of damage was done to the house and to the car. And of course, as I mentioned before, the owner of that truck still hasn't been found. Police are looking for that vehicle and that person who drove it. Witnesses say it was a blue Dodge pickup truck. So if you see a blue Dodge pickup truck out there that looks like it crashed into something recently, odds are you may want to call the police department. Now, last month we had a number of stories about police making arrests or busting up these underage drinking parties, and we've had two incidents where parents have actually been charged under the state's social host law in hosting these parties. Now, we've got a story up this weekend that was online by our own Sean Regan that takes a look at this law and its effect on fighting this type of crime. The law was passed in 2000, which allows police to charge parents at these underage drinking parties with this social host law, basically saying that if you're hosting a party and there are underage people there and alcohol is consumed, you are held responsible regardless of whether you provided that alcohol for them or not. Now, as I mentioned last month, North Andover Police alone had charged two different families in this, and there have been a couple other cases where the police had busted up underage parties. Now, this law was passed in 2000, and actually the very first person to ever serve jail time under this law lived in Haverhill, Nancy St. Jean, and that was about 2004. She had hosted a party in 2002 in which one of her daughter's friends had left the party. He was upset. He punched his fist through a window and actually was found dead the next morning, having bled to death and died from exposure. St. Jean actually opted to take the jail time over the trial. She was the first person to serve. So, very interesting story by Sean Regan. Check it out. Well, it's only Monday. We got a big week ahead, so just a reminder to keep checking back here. And as usual, you can find all this and a lot more at Eagle-Tribune.com right now.